Nobody talks about being the first person in your friend group to have a baby. When I had my son, I immediately lost interest in some of the things my friends were still doing. And I didn't judge them. Go, be free, have fun. I'm just not interested anymore. Don't get me wrong, I was still down to go to brunch or a little shopping trip. I just did not want to be in the clubs. I didn't want to go to Miami for Memorial Day weekend. I wanted to hang out with my baby. And I remember when I used to go on vacation with them and I would call home, to check on the baby, talk to the baby, and they were like, girl, put the phone down. And I'm like, I'm literally checking on my baby. What? So fast forward, and now my baby is a grown man and they're just now having babies, which is cool. Like I said, I don't knock nobody. But now they're doing the same thing that I was doing. And it's kind of annoying because, they're like, wait a minute, I gotta call my baby. Let me check on my baby. Let me check the camera. We didn't have all that back then. But they were like, oh, let me check the camera. Let me check the baby camera. Wait a minute, what happened to what you were telling me? So anyway, I just wanted to point that out. So annoying. Let people do motherhood the way that they do motherhood. Please be understanding with your friends, even if you don't have a child. Just understand that you might, if you end up having children, you might be doing the same thing that they do. It's obviously a life-changing experience. So don't be so quick to judge the things my friends were still doing.
Weird,
and I didn't judge them.
Friends don't want to do the things.
Be free, have fun. I'm just not interested.
Once they
have
have
their
their
children, they don't want to.
Don't get me wrong, I was still down to go to
they
brunch
were once interested in doing, but
a
they
little
were
shopping trip.
I just
Judging
want to be in
me,
the club.
not judging me,
but
you know
didn't
what
want
I'm
to go to
saying? They're
Miami for Memorial Day weekend.
You don't want to come out?
I wanted to hang out with my baby.
No.
And I remember
sit at home
when I used to
give my baby a bath,
go on vacation with them, and I would
watch
call
TV
home,
and eat snacks,
to check
and
on the
chill out.
baby, talk to the baby, and they were like,
it was the best time of my life.
phone down. And I'm
And
like,
also,
I'm
I couldn't
literally
talk on the phone all day every day.
checking
I'd
on my
rather be
baby.
with my kid. You know what I mean?
What?
Don't get me wrong.
So fast
I hear
forward,
about your new promotion,
and now my
but I
baby
don't
is
want to hear
a
any gossip.
grown man.
That stopped immediately.
And they're just now having babies,
for me to have
which
to
is
listen
cool.
to gossip instead
like I
of
said,
listening
I
to my
don't knock
baby say
nobody.
his first words.
But now
so that
they're
stopped.
doing the same thing that I was doing.
I started telling them that I needed
because to know things in advance, and they just could not understand that.
I gotta call my baby
Because they were so used to still being spontaneous and doing things
but they were like,
last
oh, let me
minute.
check the camera.
And then when I couldn't show up, or I showed up late,
baby
it's
camera.
like, oh, you're always late.
Wait a
'cause you
minute.
fucking
What
told me at
happened
the
to
last
what you were
minute.
telling me?
So anyway,
Okay,
I just
you
wanted
have
to
to
point
give me
that
some
out.
time to find a
So
sitter
annoying.
or to
Let
decide
people do
if I'm
motherhood
not
the way that they
doing,
do motherhood. Please be
something with my
understanding
kid that I promised
with your
or
friends,
whatever.
even if you don't have a child. Just understand that
this is a different.
but they just didn't understand. And these are great people. I'm not trying to say that I'm not trying to say anything about their character, because their character is amazing. I love my friends. It's just something that they did not understand, because motherhood is unlike any other experience that you'll have, right? So you don't really truly understand the dynamic. And what I'm saying is I want to bring awareness to the fact that you don't know how, a mom is processing being a new mom and the closeness she's having. And some people, it may be different. So I'm not saying everybody has the experience that I had. That was just my experience. And you don't know what your experience is going to be until you have your child. So if your friend has a baby and you don't have a baby, then, or even if you do have a baby but you're just doing different things with your kid, don't judge it. Just let it be. Let her rock, let her live. And the parenting, especially the young parenting part of it just happens so quickly. Just let her live. You know what I mean? Don't judge, don't make her feel guilty. And I know you're not trying to make her feel guilty, but just be aware of that dynamic. I had a friend who invited me to her wedding, and it cost a lot of money, and she also wanted me to bring my child, so then there was more money, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to do this. And a lot of times people plan for weddings a year. This was only like a 3-month in advance. Like, oh, I just want to go to, I forget where it was, I think it was Dominican Republic. And like, I just had like a 1-year-old baby, and it was just a lot. And so just be considerate of your friends. They mean well. Everybody means well, unless you have some trashy friends, but everybody means well. But you just have to be considerate of things that you haven't experienced yet. I had to learn that about grief, but that's another topic for another day. But I never had anyone who was really, really close to me pass away, and I didn't really know what needed to be said. You know what I mean? To comfort my friends. And so I had to like kind of do the work to understand what needed to be said or what wasn't cool to say. And so if your friend is important to you, and their motherhood journey is important to you, to be supportive of it,